Back to the KOAM Morning News. You know, as we progress through the new year, at least we're getting some of the events that we've had in the past back up and going. And one of those that's been so important and has been a staple throughout the 4 states for some time now, it's the Southeast Kansas Aging with Attitude Expo. And that's where we're kind enough to be joined this morning by Crystal Waylog and Jessica Atherton. Crystal and Jessica, I want to thank you both for joining us. And we're going to get into how the Aging with Attitude Expo has kind of changed here. But first off, let's touch on some of the topics that we're going to have coming up on the 29th and the 30th of this month.
So the first session that we'll be having on Thursday morning is Telemedicine and You. So understanding the new healthcare options. It's going to be presented by Shauna Wright, who's a clinical psychologist and associate director of the KU Center for Telemedicine, and just kind of helping people understand, you know, how we can get involved in telemedicine with all of the things going on with COVID. You know, it's something that can help us stay connected with our healthcare providers while we're, you know, getting that medical care that we need even from our homes. And
then Crystal, coming up on the 30th there, keynote speaker Marcy Penner. I know that you're really looking forward to her presentation. What exactly does she have in store and what people can look forward to?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. She is going to touch base with different sites and things you can see in Kansas. They're a little less known, like let's say the Dinosaur Park in Erie and the deer sculpture or the deer statue in Girard. So that's going to be pretty exciting.
I think that's really interesting that she's able to show us that there are things right in our backyard that we're able to take advantage of, and we may not know. You know, of all the different things that I saw that you had here, and especially when I think about the demographics, the one thing I found very interesting is you're actually going to do a session on hemp culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So you must have been fielding questions from people in order to introduce that to the expo this year.
Yes. So each year we always have, you know, a survey at the end that indicates people's interests in other topics. We'll do that again at the end of the sessions this year, and that's how we gather information on, you know, what sessions might be interesting in the future. So yeah, there were some people asking questions about that.
Jessica, I think that's great that you take that input and then implement that into your next session. Crystal, I know, like we were talking about with things getting back to normal, yet still not normal, you're able to do it this year virtually for people. And not only that, I understand you're waiving registration.
We are.
Yes, this will be the first year we've, because of COVID, that we're trying to do it virtually. And I do look for, as we've talked about in some of our committee meetings, that it will probably stay with us. That way it'll give more people more options that just aren't able either to attend in person or just don't feel comfortable yet.
So it's up until the day before this is going to take place, April 29th and the 30th. And I tell you, Crystal and Jessica, what we'll do is we'll put all the registration info and those links on our website at komnewsnow.com as well. Crystal Waylog, Jessica Atherton, I want to thank you both for joining us. We're all looking forward to the Southeast Aging with Attitude Regional Expo. And also, too, I want to thank you for putting this forward and letting people, number one, attend virtually, but number two, attending for free. It's a tremendous gesture.
It's a huge, huge thing that we have that we did this year. So we're excited about that. We're hoping it really helps.
Crystal and Jessica, thank you once again for joining us. All that information at komnewsnow.com, and we'll have more KOAM morning news for you right after this.